Yes, thank you. Good afternoon to all of you. It's a pleasure to introduce you to the 2,000 people of technologies. A year ago, I introduced you to our key industries. I explained to you the homework we have to do and also the financial aspiration. Now, a year later, we can say that we increased our revenues by 25% last year, and also the EBITDA margin improved by more than 50%. So we are on the right track. I'm extremely proud of the achievement of these 2,000 people in technologies, and really this team is driving it forward. So in which businesses are we? You see them here on the right side. You see the three business lines. It is nuclear, it is energy transition, and it is life science. These are the three industries we are focusing very dedicated. And how are we doing it? What are the type of our contracts? We don't do, and let's say it here very clearly, we don't do just a fixed price for someone who said, build me something. No, 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 that's not what we are doing. What we are doing is we are doing an engineering component to fully understand what this nature of our, for example, piping work is. Then we do a procurement work, a fabrication work, and finally only we lock in an installation work. So that's the nature very much of our business, how we do it today with very strict gate reviews to really make sure that we are working only in these three industries, very focused in these three industries. Okay, so what is key for us? Key for us is really standardization and de-risking. That is where we worked a lot on, and it starts really with choosing the right projects and contracts. And it is also that we do repetitive work. We have clients where we do now the 20th time the same than before. And obviously that helps us a lot to be very precise. First of all, we can offer the client something very competitive, but we can also predict it very much in terms of when is the delivery of all of that. And certainly for us, it's absolute margin security. So de-risking, standardization, a lot of work done. Also now getting it more and more digital. That is really key for us, and we will continue on this walk. What is now in the next phase, and as I mentioned, operational excellence obviously will always continue. What is really key for us next? Key for us next, that is market expansion. I go into that in a minute, but what we can already say, we are now in Bilfinger with our products very well established. We see in the regions very close collaboration with my two peers. So we have products, we have regions, and we can bundle these products to an offering, to a contract. And what we do now with the markets that we expand, first of all, in the Bilfinger regions, but second of all also, as we are doing very repetitive work with our clients, that they bring us into their regions where they execute their work. So sustainability, that is really what is the DNA of technologies today and the future. As we are in nuclear, as there is a decarbonization really going on, as we are in energy transition with a new type of energy-related projects, as we are in life science generating, let's say, the products, the contracts for clients who work on obesity or against obesity and also on insulin-type drugs. So all of that is there really where sustainability, that is in our DNA. And through our repetitive work, and through the way how we design it with the teams, it's also very efficient. And so therefore, our vision of Bilfinger, that is for us really something which fits absolutely in our day-to-day work. Innovation and digitalization, obviously, I mean, we are in an accelerating phase during these days, and I think it will go even faster over the next years. So digital plants is key for us. We have a fabrication component, supply chain completely digital is key for us. We will be pretty soon in the next nuclear power plant involved, and for that it is absolutely paperless how we are delivering into this plant. Okay, let's talk a bit where we are today, what we showed last year, and where we will be in the midterm in terms of our contracts of our work. We will have a very balanced portfolio between projects and between products. I mentioned it already, that in Bilfinger we are structured by products, and we are bringing this together. We are the integrator of all of that, bringing it together in technologies. And what we are doing is, in terms of piping or skids, we do it again and again. For Hinkley Point, for example, I think you all know that we are involved there with the biggest piping contract ever someone did for what happens in the nuclear island, what happens between the various nuclear islands, what happens even in the reactor. So a few 100 kilometers of pipes we are bringing in. That is nothing special any longer. That is for us really very standardized in the way how we do it, from the engineering over the fabrication to the installation. So for us it's a product how we are doing it. Same with skids and pharma. That is really the same of its kind, and other process units the same. So midterm, what we are envision, it's really a balanced portfolio, a balance between projects and products, and how we want to bring that together. Obviously, we have excellent skills, and we have invested a lot anyway in our people, how we bring all of that together, because that gets key. How do we bring it together? And that there were really, in terms of number of people, in terms of qualification, a lot of efforts went into this. Okay, as you have seen it before from my colleagues, on the left side, you see here the where we are today with 3 business lines, and you see here the various geographies, and what we can say today, and that's where we are coming heritage from. In continental Europe, we have a strong position. Now, especially with the work we did over the last couple of years, and how Bilfinger also developed itself in the sense of getting really this strong presence in regions, we can reach out to, that is in the future, we can reach out with very dedicated teams into these regions, working very close together. Collaboration is really key for us to make that happen. And we are extremely happy to see that our clients, who see us successful doing this one contract, bring us to the next, and then bringing us overseas or wherever it is. So for us, it's really, we are pretty conservative in our growth, let's say what we declare. But if the world really goes to let's say a completely decarbonized world, and if we see what happens in terms of pharma, biopharma, then we think we can really be very dark blue in most regions in not too far future. And we have a very dedicated team to make that happen. Okay, let's give you a few examples. And you see on the one side, you see nuclear, then you see energy transition, and then also life science on the right here. So we are in Hinkley Point, UK. That is roughly what we declare a 500 million contract, and we are doing there this work, as I described it earlier, big piping work. So there are 2 reactors. Based on this, UK has a 24 gigawatt expansion plan, these 2 reactors make 3.5 gigawatt. So based on that, there is now the next plant coming up. Financing of Sizewell will be announced very shortly. We are already in with a piping strategy. We are already in working very close with a so-called MEH alliance, working together, developing it with the client together. And obviously the intent is doing repetitive work, doing it really as what we did for Hinkley Point 1 or Hinkley Point 2, doing it with Sizewell 1, Sizewell 2. And then, as you most likely have heard already, Will 4 is then the next one coming along. And then on top of it, let's not only stay in UK, also the 24 gigawatt give show a lot of potential. There's Poland, there's Czech, and France also declared that they built most likely more than 12, minimum 8. The few more they may need for export because some, or at least one country decided not to do work any longer in nuclear, and it's unfortunately ours. So they built power plants for export, or they even asked Switzerland to participate in the capex costs of such a plant. So therefore, for us, it's really, we have currently the biggest contract. We are the only one doing it of that size in one plant, many more to come. Let's talk about energy transition. It's a hype on hydrogen. We have the contracts. Jürgen had shown it before. We have also we have a couple of more engineering contracts. We are working with really the key clients currently, and there will be the announcement of further big contracts very soon. So that we can clearly see the world is moving in that direction. We are in with engineering and also with execution. Same is also with carbon capture. And then for us, infrastructure improvements like modularized pipe racks. This is all where we can add what we already learned, how to standardize engineering. That's what we can add to this type of projects. And then on the right side, you see life science. Life science is really a success story. We are working there really in the core of these plants in the ingredient processes where we provide skids, where we provide piping. And this is really with a couple of really strategic clients. We don't reach out to everybody and doing just one project or one contract. For us, it's important really that we have chosen partnerships with strategic clients. They bring us into various countries. And what we can see is now 3 years later, we tripled our revenues in this business. And this life science business will be the first one where we are certain that we can reach a double-digit margin. Okay, so what is the outlook? What are our midterm targets? I mentioned already what happened last year. What we can see is that the market is stable, will deliver, let's say, a 3% growth. There will be another 3%, what we definitely think, certainly, we can deliver year over year. So we believe we can grow 6% year over year, last year 25. So, and in terms of EBIT margin, as it worked out last year with all this hard work of people very well, we say that predictably and conservatively we see the 6 to 7% margin in the foreseeable future. So that, in summary, gives you an overview of technologies. There's still more homework to do, as always, but we think we are absolutely in the right industries, with the right clients. Market expansion for us important, and also important this balanced portfolio between projects and products. Thank you very much.